Welcome back to a new video. Today I want to present you 10 build hacks, and you can add these hacks in your world because they are really simple. So let's start with number 1. For number 1 I have the idea that we can use different types of stone variants to make new stems for your plants and trees. So for example here we have a palm tree that I made by using dripstone, and I think it really looks good because this dripstone has a lot more detail, a lot more texture, and it looks more like a palm stem. And yeah, then I added some leaves to that dripstone, all in different types of directions, and added some of these, so the palm tree looks like it has some coconuts in it. And I think that really gives it a lot of detail. And I also made a birch by using some diorite walls, and then added the birch leaves on top of these diorite walls. And you really can see these diorite walls also look like, yeah, some twigs, and I think that is really beautiful. Also, you can make some like little bushes with these walls and some leaves on top of them. So let's get right to the second build hack. So for the second build hack, I made like a working bed and more realistic bed. So if I do it to nighttime, I can sleep in this bed, and while I'm sleeping in this bed, it really looks like I'm under this bed sheet. And also I added some of these quartz slabs for the pillow, and back there at this bed there are also some more chests for storage. And on the sides I added some scaffoldings with bamboo trapdoors, so it gives like the look of an little table. For the third build I made a grill, and I really think this grill looks really nice because it's actually working and smoke is coming through these plates. And how I built it is I grabbed myself some looms and placed some campfires underneath them, and luckily the smoke gets through these looms, and so it gives really the illusion of a working grill. Then I added some more iron trapdoors and some more iron bars, and did that same on the other side, and then added some more polished deep slate stairs and blocks, so yeah, the grill gets like a little cover in it, so it looks more realistic. And I think, yeah, if you also want to, you can add some meat right there, so it really gives more the appearance of a grill, and I think that is a pretty nice build. I also have a really simple build hack. I mean, it's like two, but the first one is that you can really add a realistic carpet just by using a dead fire coral block and some dead horn corals on top of that block. And it really looks like an, yeah, comforting carpet, and it's a really good alternative to the normal carpet. And then the next build hack, also including in this little demonstration right there, is that you can take a decorated pot, then a normal pot. One moment please, I'm just gonna grab a pot from here. And if you place down the decorated pot, you can actually place this little one inside of it, and then place saplings in this, and it really gives a more detailed look to your pots. So for the next one, number 5, I made a really realistic and detailed pond. So the first thing I added was these plants by using some green glass and brown candles. Then I added like a little pier with some spruce trapdoors, some campfires, but um yeah I I made them so they are not burning anymore. And so basically if you place down these and take a splash water bottle, you can stop the fire from being on. And this is how I built that. Then I added some more structure to that pier and some more sea pickles. So during the night, the pond really glows and it really looks cool. So for the sixth one, I also made like a really important and really simple build deck. So basically you can use leg turns to give your house a railing. So for example, if I stand here, you can really see this is a nice railing with leg turns and some screw trapdoors, and from the outside it even looks nicer. For number 7, I have another new really cool thing. So by using some of the blocks from the new copper update, you are actually being able to build like a little turret. And I think this one looks really cool. And you can build this turret by just making like a simple base foundation of deep slate bricks. Then add some copper stairs. Also watch out that all these copper things are wax, because if they're not, they are slowly gonna rust, and if this whole thing is like in this greenish tone, it really looks not that good anymore. So really make sure you wax these with some let me check, I can show you, with some honeycombs, so they are safe from rusting. So back to the turret. I also added some iron bars and an iron trapdoor, and on top I also added like these iron trapdoors and a small diorite slab with some diorite walls. And then for the most important part, I made like this copper tube, I would say, with some lightning rods. And I think this really looks good. Also, if you wanted to, you could make this a bit more realistic by just adding some glass here, for example like that, and then it looks like this cannon is actually shooting something. Or for example, as a bullet, you could potentially also use a chain. So let me search this one up. Yeah, so if we use a chain, this also looks like a bullet, I would say. Okay, so for the 8th one, I made some more pool details. And for example, for my first tip is by using some glass paints, you can actually make some swimming rings. So in this case, I make like a little lifeguard safety ring, and you can also jump in that, which I think is pretty neat. And I also added some of these little mattresses being on the water, and you can actually do this by just adding some strings. So if I just take one string and one carpet, I can place some strings down there, and then I can add all different types of carpets. And this is basically how this works. So for the 9th one, I made a really satisfying machine. It's not really a build tech, but I still wanted it to present to you. So basically, if I just take any item which emits a sound and throw it on here, you can really see this, wait a minute, this really satisfying animation. So if I just do it again, or if I put it in the corner right there, it's really satisfying. And for the last build tag, I wanted to present you a pretty basic one, but probably also one of the most important ones. So basically, if you have like a house and just added your pillars, it's really important you add some depth to your buildings. So if I would just remove these right there, this building would look pretty boring, I think. And for example, by adding some of these oak shelves in the same tone as the wood, the building really gets a lot more depth. And also, if you wanted to, you could also add some more stairs, for example, so to give it a lot more detail as well. And if you really want some more depth, you could also probably use some more fences for that. So maybe just add some fences here in the middle, and you can really see you can get some nice detail with a correct block palette. And so these were all the different build takes I wanted to present to you for today. I hope you enjoyed them and maybe you can really use some of them in your world. If you do so, comment what was your favorite, and if you really enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.